Hey, Wid, are you ready?
Ready or not, here I come. All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's an uphill paddle here, but I am doing archaeology on myself right here in my storage space. And today is the third day we're going through the same box, okay? Not the same box, but the same package here. It's a mystery package. I don't know what's in it. I haven't seen it since I packed it, and it was probably very thin. But let's take a look. First thing I see here, okay, is you know how I love sheet music, okay? Look how beautiful that woman is underneath the palms and everything. Hawaiian music was very popular at maybe the late 20s, early 30s, and very exotic place to go, and it was one of our territories at one time. This is the bird of paradise, okay, and the most famous Hawaiian, okay, is of course Don Ho, okay, and his sister Stanky, but we don't say that. Wow! Right over here, let's see who's on the cover of Look magazine. Look magazine, and that was sort of that was the big competition to Life magazine. If you ever had Life magazine, and always a great periodical. It's before they had the computer, folks. People didn't have things to do. They actually read. And here's Look magazine with one of my favorite, the real king. Not the Lion King. Not as good to be king, but the king. Clark Gable right here. What year is this? This is from 56, okay? 56, and Hemingway, I guess, is a personal picture story by Ernest Hemingway. So I guess this is kind of big. 4 years later, he passes away from a heart attack because Marilyn Monroe on the set of The Misfits never shows up, gives them all agita and everything. So like a couple days after, doesn't even get to see his unborn child. But I love Marilyn. Here's the Beatles book. Okay, look how they make the Beatles look here. All right.
It looks like the Joker.
It looks exactly like the Joker. Maybe this is where Phoenix got his inspiration here. But that is the Beatle Boogie. It's not even a Beatle song. Dedicated to Paul, John, George, and Ringo. Isn't it usually John, Paul, George, and Ringo? You know, that's a little out of sign. But John Brimhall wrote that. Okay, the Beatle Boogie. I wonder how that is. Yeah. All right, let's see what this. Why did I save that? I saved this just for this great picture. Captain Video! Space didn't start with Star Wars, okay? Space started with Captain Video and Mission to the Moon and all sorts of sci-fi things that had it. He's Space Patrol right there. That's sort of what Trump is trying to start, isn't he? The Space Patrol right there. I love Der Bingle. Here he is, Der Bingle, right over there. One of the greatest singers ever. All right, inspiration to everybody, including the one, the only Frank Sinatra. But Bing started it. If you don't mean a thing. And he was a good friend with Eddie Lang. Eddie Lang, the most famous, the godfather of modern guitar. And he lived here in Philadelphia, Eddie Lang. And when Eddie Lang passed away, they say it was from, he was getting an operation on something, but he was getting a nose job. That's the rumor that I hear. Or maybe he was by parts unknown. Eddie Lang, but Bing Crosby came here, and they were best friends, and Bing was never the same after Eddie Lang passed away. Who's this? Woo! Now, here's George White's Scandals, okay? The George White Scandals. Let's see who's in it. Roy Henderson, nobody that we really knew. Or Irving Caesar. This is, okay. But sheet music, once again. You know Psycho, okay? You know Psycho, and right over there. See America's favorite psychopath. and see how he got that way. Okay, this was the prequel. Okay, is that what they call it? The prequel to Psycho. This is Psycho 4, actually. We took my mother, after my father passed away, we took my mother to the movies to cheer her up. We went to see Psycho 2. Okay, cheered her right up. My mom loved movies like that. But there he is, Anthony Perkins. He wouldn't hurt a fly. And let's see, we got one more here. All right. The Way They Were. Here's Mae West, a young Mae West. Look at her. You know, she was Mae West. She was quite the woman. And whatever. Oh, must be why I kept it. Whatever happened to Baby Jane? All right. They got the girls together. Betty and Joan. All right, and they made a great motion picture. You are in the chair, Blanche, and ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're in your chair at home. Okay, let me see. Oh, here they are, John. Here Betty in her kabuki makeup. All right, and Joan Crawford. Joan was a pain in the butt on the set. She wanted beautiful clothing to have when they were supposed to be, like, you know, run down and poor. She wanted beautiful clothing and makeup people and stuff like that. But not Betty. Betty just went all out with that kabuki makeup, looking like Bob Dylan in the Rolling Thunder review. But hey, I got to roll myself, ladies and gentlemen, and that has been our third inspiration, our third installment out of a mystery package. All right, stay tuned.